So today's video is on a little bit of a different topic than what I usually make videos on. I usually make videos on, myself and things that are going on with my life. But first things first, before we even get into it, peep the gun skis. I know you see the tries hanging, the buys poking, but today's video is more about why people fear change. Okay, so I have a lot of thoughts about this, so I hope that I could kind of, explain my thoughts to you in a way that makes sense to you. So the first reason that I think that people fear change is an old tease. I just threw something on, so don't hate. Is because change is uncomfortable. People fear change in themselves because change is uncomfortable. A lot of people stay stagnant and they don't progress in their lives, progress as a person, progress as a man because it's hard. You know what I'm saying? If you want to really make a change and really become a new person, become a better person, it's hard. And by the way, this is all off the dome. I don't got a script or anything. So if I mess up, if I say something y'all don't like, don't get mad at me. I'm just a human. But it's hard to change, and it's hard to change for the better. If you're stuck in a pattern of life, it's hard to break those bad habits that you have and really change into a new person. Now, it's easy to stay in your current state, right? But if you want to break out of that, then something has to change, and that's going to be uncomfortable for you, and that's going to be something that is going to be hard for you to go through. But that's the only way that you're really going to be able to grow. So if you're afraid of change, whether it be change of your personality, a change of situation, change of anything, whatever. People are scared to move, people are scared to go to new schools because they're used to a pattern, and that's what's the simplest, that's what's the easiest, and that's what's the most comfortable for them. And then if you can't overcome that period of hardship and of uncomfortableness while you're going through that change, then you are never going to grow as a person. And if you don't grow as a person and you stay the same forever, how can we expect for bigger and better things to happen in our lives? How can we expect to make more money, or to move into a better circle of friends, or to escape the rat race, or experience the finer things in life? How can we ever expect to reach these higher echelons if we're not willing to go through these periods of hardship, these periods of change? Because that's how you get there. You know what I mean? This whole life game, this all life is a game, but it's not easy, right? If you want to win the game, it's easy to stay comfortable in your little box. You know what I'm saying? Work, do your thing, go home, chill, and then do it again 5 days out of the week. Relax on the weekends. That's easy. You know what I mean? People might be stressed out. People might be depressed, whatever. That stuff is all easy. What's not easy is putting your head down and grinding to become a better person, to become a better man, to get your family out of the spot that you're in. You know what I'm saying? To get yourself out of the spot that you're in, and change and become the person that you want to see others be, the person that you want to see yourself be in the future. That's not an easy thing to do. So I would say that's the main reason why people are afraid of change in themselves. Now, another aspect of this is when you yourself are changing, when you are trying to become a better person, a better man, the people around you, they also don't like that change. You know what I mean? When they see you changing and working on yourself, and the way that you act is different, the way that you look is different, the way that you talk is different, the way that you think is different, the way that you portray yourself is different because, like I said, you're changing, trying to better yourself. Other people who are in your circle, they might not like that because this change that you're going through, this journey that you are partaking in, is not for everybody. And unfortunately, some people will try and hold you down. It's like that crabs in a bucket. If one crab, the other crab tries to pull him down, tries to get himself out, right? And you can't really blame these people around you that are, some people will say they're haters. Some people will say they don't want to see you win. But the reality is they might have a relationship with you for so long. They don't want to be left behind. You know what I'm saying? And if they're not willing to go through the hardship and the pain that comes with the change that you're going through, then they're going to try and hold you down. They're going to try and make you conform to your old ways of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Try and keep you where you are. Because, like I said, they don't want to get left behind. And they might say, oh, like, you changed so much. Like, we used to do this. You don't want to go out with me no more. You don't want to do this with me no more. You don't want to hop on the game with me no more. But people will say to you, oh, you've changed. What they really mean, what they don't know, they mean, if you're changing in a good way, is they're saying, oh, you've grown. You know what I'm saying? You've grown as a person. And like I said, the same way that it's going to be uncomfortable for you, it's going to be uncomfortable for them. And a lot of people don't want to go, like I said, through that uncomfortable period, through that period of change that includes the hardship and the pain, because they just want to stay comfortable. They want to stay where they're at. They're happy where they're at, and they don't have, not everybody can have a mindset of a winner. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. If that's where you want to be and that's where you're happy, then that's awesome. You know what I mean? Good for you. But there's other people like myself who want to reach the higher places of life. So when people like myself, people like yourself are going through change, and the people around them are saying, oh, you're changing, blah, 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 what's wrong with you? That might make you think that something you're doing is wrong, right? When really what you're doing is the right thing, is the best thing for your situation. But unfortunately, you can't bring everybody along with you, So something that I find happening to me as I go through these walks of life, as I play this game of life and change to become a better person, a better man, I find some of the people that I've had closest to me throughout my life are falling off my track. And I think that can be something hard to deal with. Like it's something I've struggled with before, but the way I try and think about it is like, the way I try and rationalize it is, for me, in my life, for my ideal life, to the place where I want to go, there's certain things that I have to do. There's certain sacrifices that I have to make. And unfortunately, if that's one of the sacrifices, then so be it. If some people are not going to like me the same way that they did before, because I'm trying to grow as a new man, because I'm trying to become a new person, change, grow, then so be it. That's just what it is, because not everybody can come along with me. You know what I mean? That's the truth. There's not enough space at the top for everybody. And I'm on my way to the top. One day I'm going to make it to the top. But I just can't bring everybody with me. So I think the best mindset to have throughout this period of change is, some people are in your life for periods of time. I think everything is a season, right? So some people might be in your life for a season. And if that season comes to an end, then you have to make peace with that, That doesn't mean that you have to end things on a bad note. It doesn't mean that you can't still be in contact with them, but you have to distance yourself, because if you're still doing the same things that you used to do, hanging out with the same people, then you're never going to be able to grow. You see what I'm saying? I hope this makes sense to you guys. If you're not changing your environments, changing the people that you spend time with, then unfortunately, your mindset can never change. You'll never be able to change and grow. I don't want to say you'll never be able to, but you'll never be able to at the pace of somebody who is progressing throughout different environments, if that makes sense. Like, for example, if I'm a baby, right? Let's say I'm a baby. Just imagine a baby. If you keep feeding a baby milk, it's only going to get so big, right? There comes a point in the baby's life where it needs to be fed, scraps of food, food puree. And then it becomes a point where you can feed the baby, maybe some fruits. And then as the baby gets older, you can feed it solid foods, right? And then as the baby gets older, now the baby's eating the same thing that you and I would eat in smaller portions, right? So maybe you give him some chicken and rice, right? I'm sure the baby, now he's not a baby anymore. He's more like a toddler, right? But he's growing. He's becoming a new person. And then as you grow more, you eat more. Your portions grow, your diet grows, your appetite changes. And if you stick to the milk when you're a baby, unfortunately, there's going to be a cap to how fast you can grow and how much you can grow. So I guess that's all I have to say about that, So if this is something that you're going through, I would just encourage you to know that, this is just a part of life. This is another phase, another season. And if you want to get to the places that you want to go, fortunately, you have to go through these seasons of pain, of hardship, in order to change, in order to become a better person. I hope that makes sense for all you guys. And if there is some people in your life that are telling you, you're changing, you're so different now, as long as you know that you're going in the right direction, then you can say to yourself, no, I'm growing, right? You don't have to put those people down. You don't have to hate on those people because they might not understand the things that you're trying to do. And if you try to explain that to them, if you try to unlock their minds and they're still not receiving that, then that's when it gets to the point where you have to let go, where you have to be thankful for the time that you were able to spend with them and move on, and continue to live your life the best way that you know how. And then with that comes a period maybe of loneliness where you lost some old people, but you don't have your new people yet because you're not at that stage yet, right? You're somewhere in the middle, which is okay. You really just need to grind it out. You just need to focus on the things that you're doing and the things that you can control, the things that you can do to, again, just become the best person that you can. And eventually you'll find those people who are on the same path as you. But like I said earlier, it's going to take time because these types of people are few and far between. The masses aren't doing these types of things that you and I are doing. So it makes sense when you look at the numbers, it's going to be a fewer and fewer and fewer the higher that you go up. So I would just encourage you to keep that in mind and stay focused and keep improving daily and just trying to become the best person, the best man that you can. Or if there's any ladies watching this, the best woman you can, But I think most people who are watching this are men. So yeah, I would just encourage you guys to keep pushing through, keep grinding. I love all you guys. I'm always here for you. Name is Joshua Doyle. Go out there and make a name for yourself, okay? That's the most important thing. Make your last name mean something. Become the best version of yourself that you can. That's what I believe is one of the main purposes of life. Is to become the best version of yourself that you can in all aspects. So I'm not saying that's the purpose of life, but it's one of the big factors. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.